Hey, this is for Scrim number 3 for Icebox against the Triple Sentinel comp. I'm just going to break down a few moments in the Scrim where I thought were pretty insightful for the difference between ranked and competitive play. Overall though, I think there's a lot more coordination in team play, which I think is a lot more fun. Okay, so we just lost our pistol and we're going to do a play up here, up to belt with the Sage wall. We're going to all go up on the wall, go to belt, and try to get more kills since we just lost, and this is our ego round. So unfortunately it didn't work out because Sage and I were on the same ice block, but honestly this is one of the things that makes competitive play a lot more entertaining and interesting than solo rank. Okay, so now this is the next round. We're playing a 2-1-2. There's 2A, 1 mid, and 2B. So as soon as the round starts, notice how there's 2 people watching A side, and Sova's watching mid, but a Viper could smoke there and we can have a lurk up there. So that's something we have to be mindful of. So as soon as the round starts, you know, me and Sage are both holding for the B push. So they just spotted Killjoy on A. Okay, so now there's nothing towards B side, so I'm going to go ahead and watch the mid lurk potentially. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. And there's actually someone there. That's great. So Sova just started mid, sees nothing in mid. People typically play in pairs, so I'm thinking maybe it's Viper and someone else. And so Sage already has that B wall, and he already has that mid. Okay, so we just saw Sage and Sova, so we know where 3 players are. And watch where Sova is droning. He didn't actually clear tunnel, so I'm actually holding tube for potentially the chamber being up in tube. And since we've only seen 3 of them, so I'm just being cautious here, just waiting, seeing if chamber is going to peek out. And I'm just going to go ahead and clear it, and there's nothing tunnel. So there's nothing tunnel, so there's probably, you know, mid's clear because Sova has that line. So now I'm just grouping up with Sage because they're trying to break the wall. I'm trying to go to the yellow, but they dart me off and I almost die there. I really should just die there. And then they try to go for a quick plant, and Sage gets that kill, and no one is watching Sage as, you know, he runs out. So that's something, that's a mistake on their part. Okay, so this is 2 rounds later, round 6. It's a 4v5. We're planning on B here, and we're playing retake. So we're gonna go ahead and do our re-clear on yellow. So I have a molly, KO has a molly, Sova has a shock. We're gonna go ahead and do some util combos there. And because of that, if you look at where Arsh is. Boom, he just got a kill because of that utility. Chamber was forced to go to the right or left of it because if he sticks to the, you know, if he stays in the molly, he'll die. So I think that's really one of the cool things about team play is you can really use your utility and take advantage of those situations and kind of force players into uncomfortable situations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Up down on my ping.
Oh. Hey.
Okay, so this is round 10, 4 rounds later, and I just want to highlight this particular moment here where they play together as on the 2v2 retake. They swing together, and that was really cool. Very, very well played. I don't really like how they're playing this at the moment, where they kind of, you know, went different routes. One went left and right of yellow. Really, they should be going together just so they could play the trades. Okay, so this is the second round. We just had our pistol round on the second half and we lost it. So we're kind of broke here and we're trying to figure out what to do. And we decided to lean towards A. And we just got info from Peter, the RKO, that last round they aggressively got orb at the start of round. So we do a play where we shock, molly, and slow. So the slow is to make sure they can't run away. And then the shock and the molly combined kind of does incredible damage to them. And that kind of kills off the Sage here. Okay, so this is the next round, round 3. It's their bonus round, and we lost that second round. But we're just going to go ahead and do the same, or I'm going to go ahead and do the same molly, same with the Sage, just to make sure they can't push aggressively, or if they do push, they're kind of trapped in that position, so they can't really get out. So we go ahead and do that throw, and then we do a late dart because of that shock, so that's something. And then I really like how we trade that KO together, and then we play together. So even if that Sage were to die by the Sova, I would have the opportunity to trade her. Right, so we go ahead and take sight here, and Sage does that molly, and there's someone onto the right. I'm not peeking aggressively because if I die, no one can trade me. So I'm just holding that, waiting for Sova to come, and then Sova came, and Chamber actually ended up peeking me before Sova was you know, being closer. This is another round where we do a B hit. This is a 5-12 round. This is, you know, we have bad guns, we have pistols. So we just got a trade here on B, just pretty good. And so I go ahead and put the wall up for them, and I get rid of my orb so it doesn't decay as fast. I'm just looking at the map, being aware of when my timing should be. So I see 2 there, I try to help out, and it just kind of ends up being fortunate that 2 are there, and I get 2 there. And you know, they play the 2v1, and Sage has res now, so she just goes and tries to secure the round. And she goes for that res while the chamber is just holding passively, waiting for the Sova to react, and Sova ends up pushing, and he gets that kill. That's cool. Okay, now this is a round 19. We're just gonna go ahead and do a sight hit after half of the round of waiting on A side. We go ahead and try to take the site. KO's kind of alone, so we can't really trade him when he does this push through the wall. But we try to get the trade. We do get, the Sage ends up getting the trade. One of the mistakes here was I go for the res, but no one's holding me. So see how the Sova is trying to hold me, but he can't really hold that. It's an angle diff, so he can't really hold me. And now we have Chamber on the lurk here, and he ends up getting all 3. Yeah, so big respect to Arsh for capitalizing on that situation there. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more, commentary on the clips, let me know.